Testing audio.
Testing audio. Whoa. Oh, we're on a serious delay, huh? That's freaky to watch.
It's not that granular either. And also, the reason we can't hear us is because it knows that we're streaming. It's not that there's no audio. I'm going to confirm that though.
Oh, wait, we live right now?
We are live right now. Hi, Alice. Give me a second here. Testing audio, 1, 2. Yeah, we're good. Testing audio, 1, 2. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to send some links out real quick. Why don't you go ahead and get us started while I do this?
All right, we doing it? Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Hey, Alice. What's up? Hey, my name's Evan. I'm one of Alex's buddies. This is Behind the Curtain. We're going to take a look at some news articles, little current events. I have prepared 10 stories, plus a little bonus one. I'll get to that in a minute. But I have prepared 10 stories from my buddy Alex here. 8 of them are true, compiled from the internet. I am a big fan of going on the Associated Press, and I go to the oddities tab, and they got some pretty good stuff on there. So I usually get a bunch of those from there, and some other associated sources. Point is, 8 of them are real, 2 of them are false. What I'm planning on doing here, and this is a new format, so we're going to suss it out as we go. What I'm thinking is I'm going to read my little summary I got written of each one here, right? I'm going to read the summary, and then me and Alex are going to talk it out a little bit. And once we feel like we're at a good point here, you're going to try to decide true or false. Is the story we just read and talked about total BS, or was it legit?
Yeah, I am so excited to start this new journey with you, my friend, the great and powerful Evan Carpenter. Evan has been on Rabbit Hole co-hosting a multitude of times, probably like between book club and Rabbit Hole, I would say like probably a dozen times, something like that.
Quite a bit, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And you have a background in college radio.
Yes. Yep.
And I've said from the first time you were on Rabbit Hole that you are like the perfect co-host. So I'm glad that you and I are doing a project together. And what a great idea this is. I love this concept. And I am so excited to get into it. I've been anticipating this since we first talked about it.
For sure, man. For sure. Yeah, I love this idea, this kind of format too, man. Because you and I, we get some pretty strong opinions if we get going. I'm looking forward to getting that out.
And play along at home. Try and guess which ones Evan is fabricating. Which ones are fake news? And I'm going to do my best to try and figure it out too. But I'm extremely gullible. And easily manipulated. So Evan's going to take advantage of my my gullibility to the best he can.
Yeah. And don't worry, I'm extremely autistic. So any story I deliver here, he's not going to be able to tell the difference. So we're good. Hey, let's crack one. And at home, crack a soda, crack a brew. Join us.
and we're drinking Oktoberfest because it's October.
Damn right.
We drank Oktoberfest. First time I had Oktoberfest was last October with you at Von Elrod's.
That was your first Oktoberfest, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I like it. I don't. I usually like only drink light beer,
Sure.
but this is like a nice lager. I like this.
Gotcha.
It's not too. It doesn't taste too much like dirt. Just the right amount of dirt taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's got like a little mulchy like kick to it. It's good like that. Yeah, I like Oktoberfest, man. The fact that it's a seasonal thing too, and it's really only around for a month or two out of the year, man, it drives me to it. I'm a sheep like that, dude.
I think it's Wiseacre, right? They make a bunch of different shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're from Memphis, so we're supporting semi-local company too.
That's right. Tennessee proud, man.
All right, so I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. So first off, I've got a story that I'd like to break on the Rabbit Hole Network for the first time. This just came out. Let me go ahead.
I should get a soundboard of like, "Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun."
Oh,
It's breaking news.
yes.
Just coming in just now. Oh my God, I just looked at your screen and saw Ben Shapiro.
Oh no,
I'm scared.
Why don't you go ahead and read this headline?
Oh, that's not Ben Shapiro. Oh my God. Liam Payne, oh my God! Liam Payne, former One Direction member, dies at 31 in Argentina hotel fall.
Yeah.
This happened 20 minutes ago?
This happened, let's see when the AP posted that. 8:53 p.m. was when it was last updated on October 16th. Woo!
I am so sorry I confused him with Ben Shapiro. You're not supposed to speak ill of the dead.
Dead man.
Rest in peace, Liam Payne.
Liam Payne. Yeah, let's get a little more context here.
Holy shit.
To quote the AP article, quote, former One Direction singer Liam Payne, 31, whose chart-topping British boy band generated a global following of swooning fans, was found dead Wednesday after falling from a hotel balcony in Buenos Aires, local officials said. Media confirmed his death on the spot. All right. The Associated Press. Hold on. Pablo Politi. Why don't you give that one a read?
You're the fucking wop. You tell me. You're the fucking spaghetti vendor. You tell me what that name is. Policicchio.
Yeah, we'll let the audience play along at home. It's spelled Policicchio. I'm going to go with Policicchio, maybe Policicchio. I don't know. The communications director for the Buenos Aires Security Ministry said in a statement to the AP that Payne had, quote, jumped from the balcony of his room, end quote. Police rushed to the hotel in response to an emergency call just after 5 p.m. local time, he said, warning of an, quote, aggressive man who could be under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
So he jumped?
Yeah.
Dude.
The hotel manager can be heard on a 911 call obtained by the AP saying they had, quote, a guest who is overwhelmed with drugs and alcohol. He's destroying the entire room and, well, we need you to send someone, please.
Oh my God.
It's probably not the way that they said it, but yeah.
Wait, go back up.
Sure.
The quote.
Yeah.
This is how they said it. A guest who is overwhelmed with drugs and alcohol. He's destroying the entire room. And well, you need to send someone, please. Help. That's what the 911 call was like.
Yeah, exactly. I bet the person who picked up was like that too. All right. Okay,
Jeez,
well,
man.
that's our breaking story of the day.
Holy shit.
Maybe we'll make that a thing too. Let's do a breaking story right off the rip.
Dude, I mean, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Also, very convenient for us that was just happened. Like, that was a great way to start this episode.
Yeah.
Not that I want to benefit from Liam Payne's downfall. literal downfall.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is too soon. This is too soon.
This is a
A
dead
man jumped from a hotel balcony 20 minutes ago.
I mean, the crazy thing is he was 31. Like he's really not that much older than any of us. I was reading this article too while I was just like waiting for you outside, and I guess like he definitely had some problems with alcohol in the past, man. Yeah, he just gotten out of a stint at rehab too. Yeah, brutal.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's crazy.
I know. No, can't believe that happened.
It would be so fucked up if you're like, oh, actually, this is okay. I made all this.
Yeah. All the fabrication.
Like that was the fake story. Oh my god.
No, that one was a freebie for everybody. We'll do it. Yeah.
Holy
that was
shit.
a freebie.
I mean, that would have been a great way to like trick me. It's like, okay, here, breaking news. This just happened. This is not part of the thing we're doing. That would have really like thrown me for a loop if it was a fake story.
Oh, big time to fool you with someone's fake death like that. I mean, nuts. All right.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah.
Are you ready for the real thing?
Are
you ready for this, Alex?
I think so.
All right. Well, I got bad news for you right off the rip. America has lost its global supremacy in the world of jeans. The world's largest pair of jeans measures 250 feet long, is the name of this article. To quote the article, a Chinese textile company, that's right, Chinese, assembled a team of more than 30 garment makers to break the Guinness World Record for the largest pair of jeans. The garment, bless you.
I'm allergic to communism.
Oh, no. The garment makers with Yixing Textile Company in Yulin City spent 18 days working to create the massive pants, which measure 250 feet, 5 inches long, and have a waist circumference of 190 feet, 10 inches. The jeans feature, bless you. The jeans feature 18,044 feet of denim fabric, 25 feet, 59 inches of zipper, and a 3 foot, 94-inch stainless steel button. Dude, bigger than this table, the size of this button. Isn't that crazy?
Those are almost big enough for your mom.
Ha! Nice. You're lucky. You got to that before I could. That was good. Final quote. The tremendous trousers weigh in at a staggering 7,936.64 pounds.
Whoa.
Alex, what do you think about that? America has lost its grip on the jean industry. What do you think about this?
Well, it makes sense, right? Because they're like not as good quality as like Wrangler. So like it's way cheaper to create this for the Chinese because it's like made of plastic. It's like plastic threads. They made a fabric out of plastic somehow.
These seams are irregular as fuck.
I'm confused about the motivation. Is it just because America made a giant pair of jeans? They're like, well, we're gonna surpass that.
Let me look up what the previous biggest pair of jeans was. This pair of jeans. Ooh. Oh my God, it's taller than the Tower of Pisa. Wow. Can you imagine?
Whoa.
Large. All right,
Jesus Christ, dude. That's big jeans.
Yeah, Pisa's Christ indeed. All right. Guinness Book of World Records. Let me see. I wish I could view past winners. I guess once you lose, you just like they hide your shame and you can't.
Do they? I wonder if they like have these on display somewhere. Just a giant pair of jeans suspended.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, if they're taller than the Tower of Pisa too, could you imagine like the flagpole it would take to hang those things?
Yeah, like what are they doing with this? Is it like on display somewhere?
I'll tell you what they're doing. They're shaming American industry is what they're doing. We should have the biggest pair of jeans.
Well,
God damn it. Our country needs to step up and get it together.
I feel like, yeah, like jeans are, I wonder, are jeans an American thing? Is that like an American creation?
Yeah, like apple pie. Probably.
I would assume like weren't blue jeans like for coal miners?
Yeah, here, let me look up the history of blue jeans. History. Probably should have had this prepared, but I don't really have a production team with me. It's just
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
just the voices in my head.
Alice doesn't give a shit.
All right, here we go. All right. To quote HawthorneInternational.com, while historians still debate the birthplace of denim, the fabric was classified as a twill weave fabric using one colored thread and one white one. A widely held belief was that it was born in Nantes, France. I didn't get that right. Okay. Yeah, so I guess jeans were invented by the French.
Jeans are French. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So indigo is one of the oldest dyes used in textile dyeing. It is responsible for the iconic blue hue.
Huh.
Yeah. So I would imagine that the French invented it, but we perfected it, like democracy.
Yeah, I guess France kind of like did the test run for a lot of shit that America did later, like revolution.
Yeah. Totally. Bad movies.
Bad movies. Pointless movies.
No. All right. Well, I think that it's about time for you to decide, man. Do you think that's true or BS? Do you think that
I think
China?
that's true. I don't think. No offense. That's too weird for you to come up with.
That China invented the world's biggest pair of jeans.
That's so random. It's so random.
Okay.
I think if you came up with that, you had like Chat GPT, like help me come up with a random wacky news story.
Dude, you can believe I did not use any AI in any of this stuff. Never have, never will, man. This all comes right from the.
I think that's true.
All right, final verdict. Alex says it's true. The audience says false. No, I'm just kidding.
Why don't we reveal at the end? Like we'll reveal what like.
Okay, all right.
We at the end you reveal which ones were real and which ones weren't. How about that?
Yes, I'll make a note of it. All right, looking good. All right, next story, Alex. Buckle up, because this one's a doozy. So this one, I'm going to do this one right now because this one might have been something we've talked about already. Have we discussed the Montana man who got 6 months in prison? Jesus. 6 months in prison for cloning a giant sheep?
No, we have definitely not talked about this.
Good.
A man in Montana got 6 months in prison because he cloned a giant sheep.
Yes, he cloned a sheep.
Was the original sheep giant or was the clone giant or both?
How about I get into the article? I'll tell you. Okay. To quote the AP from October 1st, 2024, an 81-year-old Montana man was sentenced Monday to 6 months in federal prison for illegally using tissue and testicles from large sheep hunted in Central Asia and the U.S. to create hybrid sheep for captive trophy hunting in Texas and Minnesota. U.S. District Court Judge Brian Morris said he struggled to come up with a sentence for Arthur Jack Schubart of Vaughn, Montana. He said he weighed Schubart's age and a lack of a criminal record with a sentence that would deter anyone else from trying to, quote, change the genetic makeup of the creatures on the earth, end quote. He also fined $20,000. And yeah, listen to this. Okay, so Schubart sold semen from a what this guy did, I'll just sum it up for you. This guy went to, I think it was Kazakhstan. He hunted a sheep. It's called a Marco Polo sheep. These things are fucking huge. It's like way bigger than the sheep we got over here, right? Big horn sheep, like, yeah. And so
I'm looking up pictures, but go on.
Okay. Look up, Marco Polo sheep. Be careful not to go to news because I don't want you learn anything.
Okay.
Anyway, though, so yeah, what he did was he killed one of these things in Kazakhstan. He brought some of its tissue and one of its nuts back with him on the plane, and he brought it back to his ranch in Montana, extracted its DNA, and used that to breed a hybrid offspring with the biggest bighorn sheep from the United States. And then what he would do is he bred that further and further. He called it the Montana Mountain King. That was the name of his species. And he would sell them to private trophy hunting farms. 6 months in jail for that, and $20,000 fine with an extra $4,000 payment to Fish and Wildlife.
What do you think about that as a crime? Do you think he did anything wrong?
So here's my thinking with this, right?
Like the trophy hunting thing. Hey, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So my thinking with this, right, is that if this guy was to clone a sheep, that's illegal. Like we've got laws against that in this country. It's here, I'll look it up. I think it's called like the Dolly laws or something like that. You remember there was that one sheep that we cloned like 8-10 times back in like the 70s or something like that?
Is this like a men who stare at goats thing?
No, this is real.
What's
Dolly,
that?
yes. Dolly was the sheep that we cloned. All right. So to quote Encyclopedia Britannica, Dolly was a female Finn Dorset sheep that lived from 1996 to 2003, the first clone of an adult mammal, produced by British developmental biologist Ian Wilmut, Ian Wilmut, and colleagues of the Roslin Institute near Edinburgh. Oh, dude, they cloned her in February 1997. When were you born, Alex?
April 96.
Oh, thank God. Woo, that was close, dude.
Are you implying that I'm a sheep clone? So
Hey, I'm just asking questions here.
it's because I have a sheep mindset.
Clearly.
My brain was replaced with a sheep brain.
Dollies, in fact. Yeah. Okay, so they cloned this this ewe a whole lot. She died in 2003. But yeah, cloning is illegal. They made laws about this in this country after Dolly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. Do you think it should be?
I mean, here's the thing. It's
Like, is it
if we're
unethical?
the act of cloning, I don't think necessarily is, because I mean, like average people do it more than we think. Barbara Streisand cloned her dog like 6 times. Yeah, dude, she did it, dude. Oh my God, she had a dog that it died in 2003. And she cloned it. She cloned it like 2 times. Oh, get this, right? I heard about this. She said that her dog, when she cloned it, it looked exactly the same. Personality totally different. That doesn't transfer. Your person, it don't transfer on the dog. Not wild, huh?
That makes sense. Like it's there's a mix of nature and nurture going on.
Yeah. So
Like we are the result of our biology, but also experiences we have in life. You know?
Absolutely, man. You're just cloning the meat. You're not cloning the
Yeah.
memories. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, that's crazy.
So I guess my point is, I think that the act of cloning itself isn't really an evil thing. I don't think it's inherently evil. Cloning humans is fucking dangerous, though. I don't think that we should ever do that as a species. Like, in vitro fertilization is its own thing, but to basically produce people like that, they could basically just not have the rights an old person does.
Right.
Because they're not born.
Right.
They could be not born anywhere. You could clone someone on a boat in international waters.
You like create like a subservient class,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the clone class. Yeah.
like Star Wars.
Oh my God. Yeah, but you wouldn't get a cool animated series though. You just get to work slave labor on a fishing boat.
So how? Okay, I'm sorry, you already explained this, but how did he clone the sheep? He took sheep sperm from the Dalai Lama and brought it and did something with American sheep.
This guy went on a trophy hunting expedition in Kazakhstan.
Okay.
He killed one of these Marco Polo sheep, and this is like a big ass sheep. He brought some of its assumedly either meat or blood back with him, and one of its huevos, its testicles, and he extracted the DNA from his testicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then used that to basically turkey baster it up into another big ass sheep and made his own breed of sheep. He crossbred 2 different species of sheep.
Is that cloning?
Well, I think what he did was he extracted its genetic material without the act of any kind of mating. The animal was dead.
Oh, I see what you're
when
saying.
he extracted its material, it was already dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he artificially inseminated another sheep with that semen.
Yes. And he created a hybrid species of sheep from it, the Montana Mountain King. That's right. And he sold it to trophy hunting farms.
Doesn't sound like cloning to me. Am I wrong?
Well, here's the thing. It is. I think it's cloning because the animal that reproduced is dead.
Isn't that just like, okay, for example, let me give you a hypothetical. I have my sperm frozen and then I die. You use that to artificially inseminate somebody. Is that cloning?
I would have to look up a lot more laws. Let me look that up for you. Dolly laws.
Maybe cloning is just not like, I thought when I think, okay, so like when I think about cloning, I think about like uh not being in a womb, like being in an artificial womb, like a fucking capsule of fluid and just grow.
Right.
That's what I think of when I think cloning.
A test tube baby.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's what Dolly was. I think. Oh, also, I think I was wrong. Dolly is the sheep that got cloned. But okay, here we go. Since Dolly's creation, a legal framework regarding the regulatory issues and patentability of human cloning has created an oddly patched quilt. Within the United States, federal laws and regulations focus on addressing. This seems like propaganda. Okay. But on the state level, several states have passed various laws regarding cloning. Worldwide, many countries banned human cloning altogether. So let's see. Yeah, so there are no bills passed banning human cloning. Let me just see what laws this guy broke. I'm going to go back to the article, see if it just has any more details for us here.
Yeah. I'm interested in like cloning definition. Clone definition. Okay, so clone, noun, an organism or cell or group of organisms or cells produced asexually from one ancestor or stock to which they are genetically identical.
Yeah. So he created a genetically identical, like, I mean,
how would you do that by like inseminating another sheep though? Because now wouldn't that sheep have both DNAs? Because he's crossbreeding. That's what he's doing. He's crossbreeding.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like cloning to me.
Well, I think at some level too, it's illegal animal breeding. You know, you're basically like he didn't get any kind of permit to bring a Marco Polo sheep into the country and breed it with his animals.
So
he subverted all that by taking its nuts.
He illegally animal breeded and messed with God's creation, but he did not clone. Is that?
I think both. I think he did both. Cloning might not have been the crime, but illegally breeding animals definitely is. Okay, here we go.
But definitionally, it doesn't sound like he cloned anything. Anyway, I'll get off the cloning thing. I just don't understand that.
You know, the article says Schubart pleaded guilty in March to charges that he and 5 other people conspired to use tissue from a Marco Polo sheep illegally brought into the U.S. to clone that animal, and then use the clone and its descendants to create a larger hybrid species of sheep that would be more valuable for captive hunting operations. Oh my God, dude, listen to this. He sold one direct offspring from it for 10 grand. And he sold hybrid sheeps for lesser amounts. So I guess maybe like the sheep that came right from the nut are worth a lot more. Those may be the clones.
Whoa.
The total value of the animals involved was greater than $250,000, but less than $550,000.
And it's a crime because he's crossbreeding species artificially.
I guess so, yeah.
Do you think that's a bad thing?
I mean,
like it's a crime, no doubt.
I think it's inherent to human nature. I think we've been doing that forever. That's what dog breeding is.
Yeah.
Fine, you know,
I don't. I think the government just wants a monopoly on crossbreeding and cloning, like KFC.
How do you mean?
Like creating, like Like you get you get you get like a bucket of KFC fried chicken, and that all came from the same animal.
It's just
This is grown in
a
a lab.
circle of wings and thoughts.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean that's what this is all leading to, you know. I think that's really the dangerous thing about this cloning kind of stuff, man. It's like cloning an animal or using its tissue to create another animal. I don't really have a problem with, but it's like if you start using chunks of DNA and mismatching and doing that kind of stuff, that's pretty fucking freaky.
Well, they're making like artificial meat, you know, like it didn't come from an animal. They just grew meat in a lab. You know what I mean? You've heard about this?
What do you mean, like the fats of like chicken nuggets that they basically make?
Yeah, or like a
Yeah,
steak that's just like didn't come from a cow. They just grew it,
yeah, fuck, that's
which
fine.
is like it's supposed to be like a more ethical thing than like herding cows.
Hey, listen, you know what? I think if there's anyone who should speak for the Catholic American lobby, that's definitely me. And I would say that in a lot of religions, making meat like that, that's fine. But once you get living animals and they have to, like scissor each other and make the babies, then
That's how babies happen.
yeah, that's right. Once you start getting cloning involved in that, that's dangerous because that's going against God's will. You know? So that's what I'm thinking.
The only argument against this is a religious one.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's like it's not even like a terrible thing
I don't think
necessarily.
that's where I'm at. Is I don't really think this is a bad thing.
I don't have a big problem with it. I got to tell you, I
I
really
think the
don't.
government just doesn't want people doing it because they want a monopoly on that because they're doing that.
Oh my god, dude, listen to this. You got to hear this. um, listen to this. The guy who cloned the sheep, he said, "quote My family has never been broke, but we are now."
Oh my god! Oh my god!
This destroyed this. This mad scientist destroyed his legs.
Holy shit!
All right. Well, what do you think, Alex? Is that real or fake?
I think it's real.
Okay. Well, you'll find out at the end, apparently.
I gotta say, if either of those were made up, I'm so impressed. I'm so fucking impressed. Which I've played Secret Hitler with you a lot, so I know you're a good liar. I know and I'm gullible, as we've established. I'm easy to deceive. But I'm still, if you came up with that, I'm so impressed. But yes, we've spent enough time on sheep clones. Let's move on to the next one.
You got it, buddy. All right. Um, here's one that's just quick, straight and to the point. After months on the run, a murder suspect falls through the ceiling and into custody. This one we got to go back a little bit. This is from the beginning of September here. All right. The U.S. So, to quote NPR this time, the U.S. Marshal Service said agents captured 20-year-old Diario Wilkerson on Monday, months after a warrant for his arrest on charges of first-degree murder and reckless endangerment was issued in connection with a fatal shooting in Memphis, Tennessee, where our beer comes from today. The task force investigating his whereabouts tracked him to a resident in Memphis, the agency said in a release. Law enforcement agents didn't have to look long once they were inside. Quote, Wilkinson attempted to hide in the attic as the USMS searched the residence. However, he fell through the ceiling, it said. Officials said Wilkinson was not injured in the fall and was taken into custody without further incident. His dramatic arrest caps off a saga that started in early April with a shooting that left a man dead and a woman injured. Wilkerson was one of 3 people ultimately arrested in connection with the incident, according to the Shelby County District Attorney's Office. So to sum that all up, this guy was he killed a dude and he was on the run and he ran into a house and went up in the attic and the police came in the house and he fell through the ceiling in front of them and got arrested.
Damn.
What do you think about that?
I think that's the fake story.
Oh yeah, really? Right off the bat, huh? Why do you say that?
Um, just my gut. Just my gut.
Okay.
I think that's the fake one. Um, that's not even like like dumb criminal, like Florida man shit. That's just unlucky.
Yeah, you just have you ever done work in an attic where like
Yeah.
yeah, you know how you got to step on the rafters, huh?
Yeah.
I bet this dude probably didn't really
Oh,
know that.
true. Okay,
Probably
never
never been
mind.
up there, and he just stepped and throom,
I take it all back. He's stupid.
fell right through.
Because you're right. You just have to watch where you step.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
could be dark up there. You know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
it can happen to any one of us.
Or don't give him the benefit of doubt because he killed a man and then ran into someone else's house.
Yeah, I was reading the article. This guy, they like he shot someone and went on the run. This guy got shot in the back of the head, like execution style.
Damn.
Yeah, and this clown fell through an attic. So
Did you ever watch Sons of Anarchy?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll make this short then. There was a character on that show that they wrote out of the show because the actor killed his neighbor, which was an elderly woman, and then ran away from police by hopping across rooftops.
holy fuck!
And then eventually fell to his death.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like the bad guy from the movie Split, dude. He kills someone and starts just like running.
If you've seen the show Sons of Anarchy, it was the character Half Sack. They called him Half Sack because he lost a testicle. But anyway, okay. Well, that's interesting, but feels it's just bland compared to sheep cloning and the world's largest pair of jeans. So I just don't I don't feel as strongly about this one as I do about the other two, or the God rest his soul, One Direction guy I've already forgot the name of, who doesn't look like Ben Shapiro.
Not in the slightest. Of course, that guy was Liam Payne, 31 years old.
Liam Payne. God rest his soul.
R.I.P. to a real one. All right, let's keep it rolling. Next article. You're gonna like this one. We're getting a little spooky. 2 monoliths appeared in Montana. Who's behind these mysterious objects? This is from October 10th, 2024, from NPR. All right. So here's the thing. I took a section of this article that sums up all the monolith stuff. Do you want me to read that, or do you want me to just skip it? Do you think your viewers would know the monolith stories and all that?
We're talking about like the shit years ago that just appeared in the desert, and people are like, what the fuck is this?
Started back in 2020.
Why don't you recap on that? Yeah.
Okay. Woo. All right. Quote NPR. First it was Utah, then Romania, and California, Spain, Wales, Paraguay. The metallic monoliths began to be found in late 2020 by unsuspecting viewers in seemingly random locations around the world. In November 2020, the Utah Department of Public Safety announced that a group of workers conducting a count of bighorn sheep noticed a reflective object in a remote section of a, quote, red rock country. Quote,
it's all tied together.
Mother of God. Photos showed the eerie metallic monolith standing before what looked to be a rocky Martian landscape. They didn't disclose the location of the object, given it was extremely remote and lacked resources like restrooms, but people flocked there anyway. It got removed on Thanksgiving weekend by an unknown person or group. Tire tracks and human waste had been left behind, and more than one vehicle had to be towed out. In the days and weeks that followed, monoliths began to pop up around the world, atop a California mountain, in the ruins of a Spanish church, on the hills of a New Zealand adventure park. In rural Montana, hikers discovered a new development, 2 monoliths at the same location. Which brings us to our story today. We got a development here. They found 2 of them in one place. On October 9th, Montana state authorities announced that a local volunteer search and rescue team had spotted 2 shiny metallic monoliths near Shasti Peak in the Bear Paw Mountains north of the city of Great Falls. The Montana state authorities did not share photos of the incident, citing concerns of hikers traversing a, quote, near impassable area, end quote, to reach the objects. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches tall and 13 inches wide on each of its on each of its 3 faces, the first monolith was made of folded sheet metal and held together with rebar and concrete, authorities said. The second monolith stands slightly shorter at 5 feet 11 inches, but its sides were the same dimensions and it was constructed from the same materials. 4 days later, the police department said it had helped remove both monoliths, quote, due to public safety and environmental concerns, end quote. They are being stored at an undisclosed location. It is unclear whether these two monoliths are connected to the first one discovered in Utah. An artist collective known for lampooning popular culture called The Most Famous Artist seemed to take credit for the Utah monolith, the original. Mashable reported in late 2020 and began selling a monolith on his website for 45 grand. The Most Famous Artist disbanded in March of 2023, citing, quote, creative differences between board members, end quote. Yeah, right. That got me too. A spokesperson could not be reached for comment. Dude, this thing fucking dissolved. Could you imagine what led to the end of The Most Famous Artist? Oof. That'd be some big personalities in that room, boy.
We're putting it in Uruguay.
No.
No. We're putting it in Sri Lanka. So you know what? I'm done. I'm walking away from this project. You're walking away. I'm walking away from this project. Fuck you.
It's just
Picks up the monolith, just kills him with it.
All right. So what I've gleaned from this though is that this The Most Famous Artist thing. It kind of sounds like they, if they did it, they did the original one, but they disbanded before this one came about. And there's two.
Okay, so maybe copycat, right? Why?
And why
not? Because you're not taking credit for it. I mean, this just happened, but also, these things are heavy.
Yeah.
In a very difficult place to reach.
True.
This is not an individual, right? This is a whole team of people, or like a helicopter.
Sure.
That's most likely, right? Like people didn't walk into the woods with this shit.
They just helied them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. It kind of sounds like, so from what they were talking about with like what they're made of, right? They're basically rebar frames with like metal around the outside and concrete on the inside. So just the idea of carrying in a sack of concrete and the water to mix it, because this is in like rural Montana. That's fucking crazy. I think you're totally right. It had to have been some kind of air traffic.
Even if you didn't have it pre-assembled, if you built it on the spot, that's still crazy.
Yeah.
It would have had to be airdropped.
Right. Do you think them doing two was kind of a one-upsmanship thing?
Could be. They're different shapes. Now, if we didn't know what it was made of, could be government, could be aliens, right? Like it would be weirder if it wasn't just rebar and concrete and folded metal.
If it was like metamaterials?
Yeah, like what if it like metamaterials or like, I don't know, there's a fucking antenna on it.
Yeah.
Right? But from what it sounds like, it's not much of anything. It's just a thing that someone put there.
It's just concrete.
This sounds to me like a really expensive art project. Actually, also, it's in a very like rural area that search and rescue found. So could be Most Famous Artist years ago put this there, right? Huh. Could have been before they disbanded. Just because it was found recently doesn't mean it was put there recently.
Yeah, they didn't really mention any kind of like rust or dirt on it or anything like that.
Okay.
It could have been there for a while. Just because they didn't mention it doesn't mean it wasn't there.
Yeah. Well, there's not a lot to go on there. Kind of like, I don't know, something like, okay, actually, that is kind of, have you ever seen 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Yes.
So the monolith, right, is representative of, like, okay, Alice, if you haven't seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, this monkey touches this monolith, and maybe I'm not exactly explaining this right. It's maybe is a little more intricate than this, but kind of gains sapience from touching it and understands its reality better. Understands simple tools, right? I think the monolith represents it's the physical embodiment of the mystery, right? Because it's saying that there is a missing link here, but we don't know what it is. So this is a physical symbol of a mystery. So for these actual monoliths that have happened, they symbolize mystery. That's what they are, is it's a physical embodiment of mystery.
Huh.
It's a conversation starter. It is a thing to discuss.
Yeah.
That is the whole point. It's a piece of art. That is the entire point of it, is to have discussion around it and not really answers, but just questions. Like circular conversations about it that don't lead anywhere.
Like this.
Like this one, the one we're having right now. And it's working.
Yeah, for sure. We're talking about it.
It worked. So good job to whoever put that there. I don't really think it's anything else to it than that, except that it is just there.
Sure.
I don't know if that's real or not.
Oh, well,
you could have made that up. You could also not make that up. I don't know. Do I have to make a decision on it?
Yeah, but here, let me just throw one thing your way before we continue this. So I've heard, like, back when this was going on, and in this article too, they cited it a little bit, the possibility that this is just promotion for like a project, like a movie or something like that. Like, I mean, the fact that it's just been like these random single monoliths popping up, and now there's two, dude. I mean, I think that could be next stage for like something, you know. I get the feeling that like it would be awesome if it was an art piece meant to make us think, but I get this bad feeling that this is promotion for some kind of movie or some shit.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Was that the case with the other ones?
We don't know. This is just like a theory that was in these articles and stuff. Just that it could be promotion for a project. We just don't know yet.
Interesting. Okay. I don't really have much else to say about that.
No, I'm good too, man. What do you think? Real or fake?
I'm going to say real, but I don't feel confident about it.
I'll make a note of that. Alex says real with trepidation. All right. Well, that caps it out for that story. Let's keep it rolling here. We're going to bring things a little lighter, taking a little lighter direction. This article is called, quote, Mud, Beer, and Cash. Annual Wife Carrying Championship attracts competitive couples to Maine. This comes from the AP on October 12th, 2024. Quote, more than 30 couples competed in the North American Wife Carrying Competition, a 278-yard race in which contestants splash through water, leap over logs, and trudge through mud, all while carrying their partner like a sack of potatoes. Oh, this is good. The sport's origin story isn't exactly politically correct. It's based on a 19th century Finnish legend involving a man named Ronkainen the Robber, whose gang was known to pillage villages and carry away the women. According to one of the explanations involved in the website, this wife-carrying.org. Okay. Traditionally, the Finnish event featured male competitors carrying women. On Saturday, competing couples didn't have to be married, nor did they have to be a man and a woman. Folks, this is what woke culture is doing to our wives. Most of the participants use a technique in which the wife is carried like a backpack upside down to ensure.
Whoa! What? Wait.
So it would be like if like your wife was on your back, like her front to your back, and her legs were on your shoulders, and I assume she grabs her own legs, so that you can run.
That makes sense now. That's efficient.
Yeah, but her head's just slamming into your butthole for the entire race.
Sounds like a plus to me.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, dude, you gotta.
She's just eating your ass the whole time.
Yeah, baby. Okay. The champion leaves with the weight of the wife in beer and 5 times the wife's weight in cash.
Whoa.
To estimate the amount they win, the winning wife is put on one side of a seesaw-like scale. The organizers balance out on the other side with cases of beer.
Yo. Yo, that's fucking crazy. Where is this?
This is in Maine. It
Dude,
just said at
holy
a ski
shit.
resort. It didn't say where.
That's fucking wild. That is fucking crazy, dude. That's a lot of money.
The weight of a person in
Wait,
money.
wait. In dollar bills or in coins?
It can't be gold. It can't. There's no way.
It also can't be dollar bills, right? It's got to be coins.
5 times the wife's weight in cash.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
that's so fucking vague.
That
sounds like a lot of money. Is it pennies?
It didn't say. It just said 5 times the weight in cash.
That's how they entice you, and then you get up to the top and it's pennies. It's like $45.
Yeah, it's like the devil's tricking you. You get 5 times her weight in pennies.
I said it was cash.
Ooh, you carried her so far, and you still let her down.
I like this because it's like how do you make it fair? You don't. But the payoff is higher the more your wife weighs.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it, man. It's like if you're just like an incredibly beefy couple and you win this, you're making out like a bandit, dude. But like the thin wife strategy is pretty viable too. You know, it's like if you were a person who made their whole life about the wife carrying competition, you'd want to marry like someone in between, you know, someone who's hefty, but you could also carry pretty well.
This is crazy because like you'd have to train for this.
You would.
You would have to train for this.
And your wife too.
And your wife would have to train for
to
this.
hold that position for the whole race.
You would have to train together for this event. Yo, Maine goes hard. That's fucking crazy.
It's sick as hell, right?
They're like their marriages are strong as shit because they're like practicing teamwork.
Yeah, literally strong.
We've been through thick and thin.
We just did a tough mutter with you on my back.
Wow.
I also love that the origin story of it is from Ron Kanan the robber, whose gang would pillage villages and carry away the women. There's no way that they didn't use the other R word for him, man.
Yo. Oh my God. That's nuts.
Well, what do you think? Real or fake?
That's real.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
your final bet?
Yeah. That's man.
Okay.
What I've learned so far, just to like recap what we've covered so far.
Yes.
Ways to make easy money. Well, that's not easy money. I take that back. That's a lot of work.
Yep.
Cloning sheep, selling them to trophy hunters for 10 grand a pop.
Mm-hmm.
With a collection worth 250 grand. It's like a certain point worth the risk.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Like, and this is the guy that got caught.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There could be a whole industry of this that we're not aware of.
I know. That's the crazy thing. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Good stuff. I'll make this next one's gonna be a quick and hot, dude. Next article. Washington State woman calls 911 after being hounded by up to 100 raccoons. All right.
Okay.
On October 9th, according to AP, the woman reporting having had to flee her property after 50 to 100 raccoons descended upon it and were acting aggressively, said Kevin McCarty, a spokesperson for the sheriff's office. She told deputies she started feeding a family of raccoons decades ago, and it was fine until about 6 weeks earlier, when the numbers showing up went from a handful to around 100. Yeah. Quote, she said those raccoons were becoming increasingly more aggressive, demanding food, that they would hound her day and night. scratching at the outside of her home at the door. If she pulled up her car, they would surround the car, scratch at the car, surround her if she went from her front door to her car or went outside at all. McCarty said. They saw this as a food source now, so they kept coming back to it and kept expecting food. Yeah. Oh, and get this. It was not clear what caused their numbers to balloon suddenly, but both the sheriff's office and the Department of Fish and Wildlife determined no laws were broken. Yeah, final great bit. Quote, this is a nuisance problem, kind of her own. Oh, wait, no, this is a nuisance problem kind of her own making that she has to deal with, he said.
Damn. That's cold.
Yeah, it's like
this is what you get for feeding raccoons. You monster.
I love this, dude. Imagine like you've been like feeding the raccoons for like 30 years straight, and like a little family of 4 has been coming up, and then 100 start showing up, and you can't go to your car.
Damn.
Brutal.
That's wild. Would you rather fight a chicken every time you open a car door, or an orangutan with a gorilla, or an orangutan with a sword once a year at random?
An orangutan with a gorilla.
I'm sorry. An orangutan with a sword once a year with no warning.
He'll just appear. The chicken thing, absolutely. I would get good at it.
Yeah, you would get good at it. It wouldn't be that hard. You
No.
might suffer minor injuries. You're not going to die. Orangutan with a sword you're not winning.
No.
I
mean, it's something where
even if he's not a skilled swordsman, even if he's just flailing it around, you're not winning that unless you have like a gun.
Yeah, it's still a whole ass orangutan.
You gotta stay strapped all times, just in case that orangutan shows up. Also, fight a chicken every time you open a car door. You don't have to pay for food ever.
No, dude.
You have free food for life. I'm gonna start a business. Open up car doors. Boom, 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 boom.
Chicken just spawn in like Minecraft around you.
They start selling chickens all day.
Yeah, I mean,
you have an infinite food source. You can feed a community.
This is pretty fucking like mean to say, but honestly, you could get really quick at killing these things too. Just like grab them, bang, hit them against the car.
Oh, yeah.
They're good to go. It's not that hard.
Yeah, to me, I've heard this before, and it's always been a no-brainer to me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Obviously the chicken. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight an orangutan even if I had a sword. I wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't mess around.
You're risking your life. With a chicken, you're not risking your life.
True.
Speaking of chickens, I was walking my car out here the other day.
Yeah.
Or I was walking back from my car. I can't remember. And I look over, and there's just a rooster.
What the hell?
Just hanging out.
Damn.
Like near where the cars are parked.
Huh. Do you think that was possibly a sign from the other side trying to warn you about something?
I don't think there's any other possibility.
Yeah. This is the only reasonable explanation.
It's the only reasonable explanation. Anyway. That's my news story.
That's pretty fucking good. You open your car door and there was a whole chicken there.
Yeah.
Should have taken it, dude.
And then I was assaulted by raccoons.
Up to 100 of them. What do you think about that one? Real or fake?
I think that's I think it's real. But it doesn't sound like they didn't attack her. She didn't suffer injuries.
Yeah.
But it is kind of like I have to move now.
Yeah.
I can't stay where I'm at anymore.
It kind of sounds like she probably...
It's a nuisance. It's not a threat.
Yeah. She probably had to basically, like, every time she walked to her car, bring a cup of cat food with her. Just to get them off her trail, you know? Which sucks. It's a shitty life.
You're just in bed, and then you hear a window shatter. And scuttling.
No.
It's like I Am Legend.
All right, so you think that was real, huh?
Yeah, I think that's real.
Alrighty. All right, well, we're moving it on. Um, I'm going to give you this one fast. I'm not even going to read the quote. Pumpkin weighing 2,471 pounds wins California contest. Folks, we got a biggest pumpkin here. A Minnesota horticulture teacher remained the reigning champion Monday of an annual pumpkin weighing contest. This guy's pumpkin was 2,471 pounds. Last year, he set the record at 2,749 pounds. I brought this up though because we got a pumpkin record, and also it's about the size of a large great white shark or a small car. I thought that was fucking cool.
There's an episode of Hey Arnold like this.
Really?
Yeah. There was a pumpkin growing contest, and like it was big enough to live in. You just gave me you just unlocked the memory. You just unlocked the core memory for me.
Oh, that's crazy because I got this news article from Nickelodeon.com.
I do know that pumpkins get comically large.
Yeah. Do you think the size of a small car though, or the size of a great white shark?
I believe that. Yeah. Now, do I think you made this up? I think that's possible. The question is it real?
Huh. Good question.
How many have we gone through so far?
Let's see. So this one, that. Okay, we got 1, 4, 6. We've been through 6. We've been through 7 out of 10.
What's up, Rusty?
Oh, Rusty's in the house, dude.
Rusty, what do you think about this pumpkin? Did Evan make that up?
Do you think that a pumpkin could weigh that much?
Give him the weight again.
Yes, the weight of that pumpkin was 2,471 pounds.
So either Evan is making this up or this is real. Can you kind of just give a brief rundown of it again?
Well,
I
sure.
think he just popped in.
Yes. So there's an annual pumpkin weighing contest in Northern California, and this Minnesota horticulture teacher has won the top prize 4 years in a row. Last year, he set the record, producing a pumpkin weighing 2,749 pounds, and this year he did 2,471 pounds.
Okay, I'm going with Rusty's verdict. It sounds legit to me.
Sounds legit to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I trust Rusty, man. He hasn't steered me wrong before.
Rusty knows what he's talking about. So the stakes are, if we guess incorrectly and Evan is gaslighting us, I have to take a shot. But if we guess correctly that he's lying,
yeah, if you catch me, I'll take a shot.
If we catch him in a lie, then he has to drink.
Correct. All right. Next up, we're going for some business news for this one. Okay. I don't just hit the oddities tab. I hit the business news one too. Okay. Catano, Puerto Rico, and Kingman, Arizona, latest to join, quote, Sister Cities of Rum agreement. Catano, Puerto Rico is home of Bacardi rum, which produces over 100,000 liters of rum every 24 hours. Wow. Kingman, Arizona is the home of Desert Diamond Distillery, which produces around 400,000 liters of rum per year. Despite their differences in size, both cities will join the Sister Cities of Rum Agreement, or SICRA, at the start of 2025. Quote, we are excited to finally become a part of SICRA, says Catano Mayor Victor Castillo. Quote, historically, Catano's issues of organized crime have diminished Bacardi's good standing in the international stage. For 20 years, we have been excluded from SICRA, but thanks to improvements to our infrastructure and Bacardi's excellent quality, our fine city can finally join you in good spirits. Yeah, he did that.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good, huh? Okay, members to SICRA can be denied, membership to SICRA can be denied or revoked due to, quote, widely disagreeable public spectacle, end quote, according to the organization's charter. Cities have lost membership due to international spectacle, such as the 1976 Entebbe raid, in which Mossad agents were called in to end an Entebbe, Uganda aircraft hijacking, aided by then-dictator Idi Amin. Previously, Entebbe had been a charter member due to the country's Waragi banana rum output. In fact, some critics view Kingman's inclusion as a political maneuver. Recently, several of Secret's board representatives have expanded their United States operations. Theodore Herring, a journalist and critic of Secret, says that Kingman, quote, does not produce enough to even operate on an international stage. How can they steal the place of a city in a developing country? End quote. Despite criticism, both cities will join Secret and enjoy the tourism and trade benefits that come with it. So I brought this up because it sounds like some boring like news stuff, but the fact that there's basically this like organization of cities that all produce high levels of rum, and they have this secret trade agreement, and they just cut people out of it based on public spectacle sounded fucking crazy to me.
It's an oligarchy
Of rum.
of rum.
Yeah.
They keep out little rum, big rum, keeping out small business.
Well, that's the thing though, is this what's it called? Desert Diamond Distillery. They're pretty small in time. 400,000 liters a year is really not too much.
Yeah. I was thinking about, I used to work at Jack Daniels, and we would put out a ridiculous amount of whiskey every day.
Sure.
And they run 3 shifts 24/7.
Oh yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of bottles of whiskey every day.
Yeah.
Rusty said, red rum. red rum. Red rum. I think that's real.
You think this one's real?
I think that's real because that's like, God damn, that's so much work for you to go through.
All right.
Okay, so I mean that sounds like, you know, as much as like a libertarian as I am and like pro free market, it's like you do need regulation on businesses because of stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise this happens.
Yeah. Where
it's like controlled opposition, like AT&T or Bell, I think it was Bell South first, is that right?
Yeah.
Is a monopoly, and the government's like, you can't do this. And they're like, okay. But now like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, they all have like secret trade agreements where they like set prices. I can't talk too specifically about it, but the industry I work in, it's the exact same thing. Like where all of these companies set prices and agree to not really compete too strongly. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
That way they all stay at a certain level.
Sure. And
there's a lot of businesses like that. There's a lot of industries like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad. It's not pro-consumer, right? Like it's not what's best for the customer.
No, this sounds like straight up like nepotism, essentially. Yeah. It's just like cities getting together, even if they suck. It's just political connections. I'm totally with you.
Yeah, Rusty said it's regional. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, we're moving on. We got, let's see, I think maybe 1 or 2 left. Done. Damn. Yeah, we're moving. Oh, these last 2 are really good. Okay, cool. All right. This last one is a little bit of, or second to last one. This is a little bit of English culture for you. You've been wondering what they're doing in England? I got you.
No, I haven't wondered at all.
Yeah.
Fuck England. Rusty said gas is usually 40 cents cheaper in Nash than it is here, for example. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's true. It depends on the region that you're in. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's talking about, yeah. Like setting prices for these,
price control. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. Have you ever heard of the sport conkers?
No.
All right. This is some peasant bullshit. Ready? The sport is called conkers. The World Tournament investigates claims of cheating with a steel chestnut. So, conkers, just to give you some context, is a game where basically this has been around since like the 1500s. Little English school children would get a horse chestnut, drill a hole through the middle, tie a string around it, and you try to smash the other person's nut with your nut. Yeah, that's the sport. Insane, right? So this has an international competition. Veteran player Dave Jenkins, 82, won the men's tournament. but organizers said they launched an investigation after claims that he may have used a steel chestnut. No.
Oh, shit.
I know. The allegations were raised by, here's another competitor in the Conkers tournament, Alistair Johnson Ferguson.
The one and only.
Yeah, he lost in the men's final.
The Alistair Ferdinand. The Alistair Franz Ferdinand?
Yes, the Alistair Johnson Ferguson.
Oh.
Listen to this. He lost in the men's final against Jenkins after his conquer, quote, disintegrated in one hit, end quote. The Telegraph newspaper reported. What a bitch, dude. Organizers confirmed a steel conker was found in Jenkins' pocket. Investigations were ongoing, but they said it appeared unlikely he was able to cheat under the scrutiny of judges. He's denied the allegations.
But he had one on him.
Yeah, he had a ringer, dude. He had a steel chestnut in his pocket.
That son of
that bastard, you goddamn right.
Okay, do you guys remember there was a I think this was like last year, maybe 2022. That guy that was accused of cheating in chess against a grandmaster because he was ranked way lower than this guy he was competing against. And for you to beat that is like that's a big deal in chess. Like when it's that big of a gap, that's a big deal, right? But do you know where I'm going with this?
I've heard the story, but continue.
The allegations of cheating. Let's say, well, how do you cheat at chess? Great question. He allegedly had a butt plug that vibrated that someone else was using a chess AI to duplicate the game that was taking place. And so the AI is playing against this grandmaster. And the guy that's running a simulation of this game is inputting commands to the guy playing, and it's being transmitted via butt plug, vibrating butt plug.
Yeah, just like Morse code in his ass.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. That's basically on the same level as this Conker guy.
When you brought it up, that's immediately what I thought of.
Yeah. Did you see that? They made a pretty good It's Always Sunny episode about that too.
No, I haven't.
We'll watch it later, man. It's really good.
Okay.
Hold on. Final detail. The title of world champion went to Kelsey Banskabach, originally from Indianapolis. She was crowned Queen Conker after beating him in the final. So the cheater didn't even win. And she was the first American, to win the title.
USA.
Goddamn right.
USA.
First American to win it since the competition began in 1965. You're goddamn right.
Those goddamn Brits cheat at a game they made.
Mm-hmm.
And this American woman is able to beat him anyway.
Yes.
That's a win. That brings a tear to my eye.
Goddamn right, dude. Oh, listen to this. The guy who cheated, he has been competing since 1977. This would have been his first victory.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez, dude.
He got beat by an American.
Oh, he's never won.
Yeah, dude.
He's never won. He's been playing this game for fucking 50 years.
And he might have cheated to try to get there, too.
And he still lost.
Dude, to our good God blessed Americans. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Serves him right for being British.
Uh-huh.
This comes from Hate the British Gang.
Yes.
I think that's true.
You think this is a true story?
That's a true story. That's not fake news.
No, this gotta be real. Alex says true.
I mean, I'll be mad if it's not real. Because I just want it to be true. You know?
Conkers. All right, final story. This is a great one to end on. Woman pleads guilty to trying to smuggle 29 turtles across a Vermont lake into Canada by kayak. A woman from China pleaded guilty on Friday to attempting to smuggle 29 eastern box turtles, a protected species, across a Vermont lake into Canada by kayak. Wan Yi Ing, 41, was arrested on the morning of June 28th at an Airbnb in Canaan as she was about to get into an inflatable kayak with a duffel bag on Lake Wallace. The agents have turtles. Agents have been notified by agents have been notified by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, dude. The Mounties got involved that two other people, including a man who is believed to be her husband, had started to paddle an inflatable watercraft from the Canadian side of the lake towards the United States. So they saw them as they were rowing across the lake. They searched her heavy duffel bag and found 29 live eastern box turtles individually wrapped in socks. The affidavit says. They're known to be sold in the Chinese black market for $1,000 each, the affidavit stated.
That seems like an easy way to get caught crossing the border. Like, they obviously know this is going to be a route people are going to use.
Yeah, incredibly stupid, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Think about that. Box turtle smuggling. It's apparently a pretty lucrative trade.
This is the second story we've had tonight about like illegal animal stuff going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in exotic animals.
It truly is, man. It's a dark and like under, well, I guess, I don't know if misunderstood is the right word. I think we just don't know enough about it, you know?
They're just misunderstood.
Yeah. We need to cut them a little more slack. This woman smuggled 29 turtles in socks in a duffel bag. We need to cut her a little more slack.
What's her name?
Wan Yi-ing.
Free Wan Yi-ing.
Free her.
Hashtag free Wan Yi-ing.
Yes.
She did nothing wrong.
Dude, I should be allowed to take my turtles wherever I goddamn please. Whether it's across international borders, whether it's into a missile silo, I should be able to take them wherever.
You get clearance.
Yes.
To any top secret facility as long as you have box turtles on you.
That was so awesome.
It's like freeze. It's like wait. All right, he has box turtles. Let him in. Give him the launch codes.
Stand down, boys.
That's wild.
Yeah, crazy story, huh?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that all happened. Like the oldest one was like I think like early September.
Yeah.
That all happened in a month and a half.
Yeah, this is all pretty much all October.
I'm really glad we did this.
Me too, man.
I wouldn't have known about any of this stuff. I'm interested to know which of these stories aren't true, because you did a really good job with the writing on whichever two are not true.
My press releases.
Yeah. I'm scared to find out.
Well, I gotta pee so bad. So
yeah.
let's start tying this up here. What do you think about this story? True or false?
That's true.
You think it's a true one? Final answer?
Final answer, true.
All right. All right, well, that brings us to the end of our programming today. It's about time for us to go back through and see which ones Alex got right and which ones fooled him.
Let me go ahead and pour us some vodka.
Truly. All right, so you're going to want to pour up two.
Yeah. Rusty said, can turtles cross the border on their own?
I say true.
Or do they get brought to customs?
Yeah, right? Like, who's letting them in?
I think Justin Trudeau personally arrest the turtles.
I goddamn hope so. Someone better. Oh, Kamala Harris certainly isn't going to do it. Am I right, folks?
Kamala Harris.
Haha. All right, we're going through. So I'm going to just go through these on the order they're on my page here. So the Conqueror's story with the chestnut thing, you said that was true. You are correct. That was a true story. That is a stupid fucking sport they play in England.
That Americans are better at.
Yeah.
Even when the British cheat.
Goddamn right, dude. I love my country. All right. The pumpkin story. You said it was true. You're correct on that one as well. Nice job.
Good job, Rusty.
Rusty, thank you. Woman pleads guilty to trying to smuggle turtles across lake into Canada. You said it was true. You're also correct. that really happened. She put 29 turtles in his socks, brought them into Canada. All right, you're doing good so far. Washington state woman calls 911 after being hounded by 100 raccoons. You said it was true. You're also correct. People have been harassed by animals over the last course of this month, dude. You're doing great so far. Wife carrying competition. Said it was true. It was true. Nice job. Cloning the sheep. You said it was true. You're correct. All right, but here's where we get to the tough part, though.
Oh, no.
A murder suspect falls through the ceiling and into police custody. You said it was fake. You were wrong. That was true. They really did catch that guy. Take a shot. Our next story. 2 monoliths appeared in Montana. You said it was real with some trepidation. Incorrect. That was a fake story I made up. Oh, got you, dude. It. I got your ass. I'll drink one with you. I'll take a little sip with you in celebration. Yeah, I lied. So they did find one monolith in Las Vegas a month before this article. So I did tweak this one a little bit. So this one I went off a base. You know, it wasn't my recipe. But anyway.
Nice. Well done, Evan.
Thank you. Okay, the Puerto Rican city and the Arizona city joining the Sister Cities of Rum agreement. You said it was real. Also incorrect. I made that one up too. Gotcha twice, baby. Take another shot. And of course, China did create the largest pair of jeans. So nice job, China. Thanks for making us look bad.
That was a lot of fun.
For sure, man.
I immensely enjoyed that.
Absolutely.
Wow. I learned a lot today.
Me too, dude.
I learned that I can't trust my friends.
Let's throw it, huh?
And you got me.
And yet, you still went, I think, 7 in a row were pretty much correct. Like my 2 fake ones, I hit you with pretty early on. You didn't get those, but from there, you were pretty much dead on. So I'll give you credit there.
I gotta give you credit that I mean, as we've established, it's not that hard to deceive me. I'm pretty gullible.
Sure.
But those were well written.
Thank you.
Well, you spent time
I did.
crafting these tales.
Yeah.
And I'm very impressed.
I gotta tell you, so the monolith one, that one I kind of bummed off the internet, but that rum thing, that was all me. That I just totally made that up on the fly, man. So
wait, the rum one?
Yeah, the rum one with the Sister Cities of Rum thing. Yeah, I totally made that up. That doesn't exist.
Dude, that was the most intricate one.
I know.
Holy shit. Dude, I thought this was gonna be easy. Dude, that's insane. Oh my god. I missed that. That's the one I missed.
You got that one wrong. You thought that was real.
Shit. Wow, I don't trust anything anymore, man. I'm gonna lose every time we do this. Oh.
Well, you never know, man. You'll get me on the next one, I think.
Well, Evan, thank you.
Yeah, good game, Alex.
Well played. So next month, when we do this again, we'll say around the middle of the month, like we did this time. We'll be after election.
Oh, dude! Oh, no.
So, I was just thinking, it'd be funny if you're like, Kamala Harris wins the presidential election. I'm just like, false, false. Fake news. And you're like, that is correct. That is correct. It was a fabrication.
This one's a gimme. Oh my god. If we're lucky too, maybe another member of One Direction will die.
Oh my god. Yeah. So Rusty, what you missed was at the very beginning, and this was true. Liam something?
Yeah. Liam Horan or something, I think.
Yeah. A member of One Direction jumped to his death today. Breaking news. like Evan found out about this like 20 minutes before we started filming.
Mm-hmm.
Which rest in peace. It's too soon to make jokes about this, although we did.
Yeah, I feel bad about that one.
Me too. Me too. But also like what a crazy coincidence that happened right before we decided that was nuts. That was fucking nuts.
I'd like to give honest respect to that guy's family.
Yeah, no.
that sucks.
That is we did make jokes about this.
That's like 4
I
years
apologize.
Older
Respect to him and his family. This is a tragedy. Anyway, on that note, we'll see you. Actually, we'll see you tomorrow, Alice. I'm not gonna say what, but there's an episode of Rabbit Hole going up tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Rusty, thanks for chiming in, man. You came in clutch with the pumpkin one. I was on the fence about that, and you called it.
Nice one, Rusty. Thanks again, man.
Rusty said, "What's the world coming to? They shot Jake E. Lee in Vegas. He was walking his dog."
Ooh.
I don't know who that is, but also rest in peace. Well, Alice, we'll see you next week on that somber note.
Bye, Alice.